Welcome everybody back to my channel, Live BD. I'm here today at the Town of Lexington Police Department. I'm here to file a complaint on two of the officers. Alright, so let's go file some complaints. Hey there.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I've got some, I have a complaint for two of your officers.
Okay. What are the names for the officers?
Sargent Sturges
Okay.
and Lieutenant Hazewinkel.
Okay. If you want to have a seat, I'll get you our PIO, okay?
Okay, great.
Hey,
Hey there.
how are you?
Pretty good.
Matt Davis.
Hey,
Hey, you see, sir?
glad to see you. I have a complaint for two of your officers here.
Okay.
I don't know how you want to do it, but
Well, let's just.
do you want me to fill it out, or you want me to tell it to you, or how
Well,
you-
let's just. Oh, you already filled it out.
I've got it written out.
Perfect.
But I would like to, I guess, do you want it in written form, or?
Yeah,
do you
that's
want-
what we usually do. Yes, so we usually take it in
Okay.
written form, and then what we do is our internal affairs division will investigate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to do that, I guess.
Okay. I'm here to take it from you because the internal
Okay.
affairs lady is gone, and so I'm going to take it
Okay.
and put it in her box, and then when she gets back, she'll review it and give you
All
a
right.
call.
Well, can I read it to you?
Absolutely.
All right. Do you want to do it here, or?
Yeah, let's do it right here.
All right. So, I guess I'll come over here. So, obviously, I'm a independent journalist.
Okay.
So, I'm a member of the Free Press.
Okay.
So, I was working at the polls October 30th, and two of your officers responded, and I guess I wanted to bring it to your attention, even though your lieutenant didn't
thank
afford me the same courtesy.
Okay.
So I don't know how to pronounce his name. Hazewinkel?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So on October 30th, 2024, the Town of Lexington Police Sergeant and Lieutenant responded to a call for service at Lexington County Voter Registration and Elections Office located at 605 West Main Street
Okay.
in Lexington. And upon contact, I identified myself as the Free Press,
Okay.
but was asked to wait outside. I explained that I was an independent journalist gathering content for a story, and I made it clear that I was working on a story concerning the elections.
Okay.
And this is the same activity other media outlets do across the state and country,
Okay.
and free world for that matter. But then the Sargent Sturges proceeded to waste over an hour of my time with the following threats of arrest. Quote, "You can't record voters." Okay, so I printed something out for him and you to, this is the media. This is the same place I was at here. This is the Lexington voter registration.
Okay.
And this is obviously a media. These are voters. And your sergeant wasn't aware that media takes pictures of the polling place and voters and
Okay.
anything that can be seen in public. So I'd like to, if you can make a copy for that so he could, and also voters are seen voting. You know, it's not illegal to take a picture of a voter casting a vote. So I printed off some of these, and
Okay.
these are just pictures you can find on the internet.
Okay. I got
And
you.
here's a picture of Congressman showing his ID to vote, and there's a photographer right there. So your sergeant seems to think this is illegal.
Okay.
So I printed this off. So
Thank you for that.
these are all pictures from South Carolina. And And here's what I call the lamestream media. They focus in on the voter, but the workers they keep in the shadow, they show private. I do the opposite. My story is on the poll workers and the public officials, public servants that serve us, not the voters.
Okay. Is that in here? And is that in your complaint or in your document?
Is what?
Who you focused on? Just so if
Well,
not,
I'm just telling you.
Okay,
You know,
okay. I just wanna make-
that's the type of journalist I am. I record.
Can I
public
write on
officials.
this? May I write on this?
Well, you can take a pic. You can copy it.
Okay.
Can you copy it?
Sure.
And even your lieutenant exercises constitutional rights. So.
Ms. Veronica, could you make me some colored copies of these, please? Thank you so much.
And he went on to say, quote, "They don't want you inside." And when I told him what I was doing and what I would like to do, he said, "No, I would ask you not to. I would ask that you wait outside. I'm not telling you it's okay. They could charge you." And when I said, "Well, I'm going in anyway," he said, "We'll find out." These are all threats of arrest. And he even went on to say, the people were inside intimidated by you. And there were no voters that came forward. There was no voters intimidated. I didn't even interact with any voters.
Okay.
Because my story is not on the voters, it's on the public servants.
Okay.
The poll workers, you guys. He said, if someone felt intimidated, you could be arrested. And I explained to him, I'm feeling intimidated.
Thank you, ma'am. Those are yours.
He said, if people feel intimidated in any way and tell you that they're intimidated, I can follow that statute, unquote. And he's referring to the 7-25-80.
Okay.
And when...
And he told you that statute, just to make sure I understand.
Yeah, he
Okay.
looked it up and found it. So when I asked, so with election workers, you know, they see somebody in uniform, they look for you for answers. So when the election officials was asking him, what are you doing about this photographer taking pictures in public? He said, we're working on it. So I'd like to know, what exactly was he working on?
A tissue. Can I get a tissue? I'm sorry.
Yes, they're right there, sir.
Oh, I didn't see him. I apologize. My nose is running.
So do you need Missy to come down?
No, I got it. Since she's...
So these are the quotes he was telling me. So the sergeant prevented me from doing my work as a journalist. He used stalling techniques and deception, causing me to miss out on other voter precincts in the area that I had planned on going to. He did not follow state law. He wasted gas by running his vehicle unattended for 1 hour and 10 minutes while he was quote unquote working on it. So I'd like to find out today, if I can, what exactly was he working on? The sergeant offered no guidance to the election workers other than telling them we're working on it. He failed to provide information to the staff about First Amendment protected rights. He refused to explain to them that there's no reasonable expectation of privacy in public. The sergeant even went on to say, after I asked him what's going to happen when I come here tomorrow, he said, quote, "I'm sure I'll be here anyway," unquote. So that's a violation of the First Amendment. Do I need to read the First Amendment to you?
No, sir.
Are you aware? What are the 5 freedoms in the First Amendment?
Sir, I'm not here to discuss this with you.
Well, let me just go ahead and read it, because I don't think...
Okay, sure.
Because apparently if your sergeant and your lieutenant doesn't know it, it seems to be a systemic problem here.
Yeah, please, by all means.
Okay, Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of a religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press,
Okay.
and the right of the people to peaceably assemble and petition the government for redress of grievances. Those are 5 freedoms that I exercise.
Okay.
And your sergeant's not aware of that. Discouraging the press from working freely can have a chilling effect on the rights of journalists to gather and disseminate content to the public. This is an essential right enumerated in the First Amendment of the Constitution. When the press is chilled, the right of the public to be informed and can be undermined and can lead to a distrust in government. Transparency ensures that elections are free and conducted fairly. Transparency encourages participation in the electoral process and deters tampering and fraud. Transparency also ensures accountability of election officials and of the police that are sworn to protect and defend our constitutional rights. So he's also was not there with the majority of the voters, the majority of the managers. And that is a state law that policemen shall be allowed to come within the polling place only to vote or summoned by the majority of the managers. So that's another thing I'd like to FOIA the majority of the managers that called him there, because he was not there to vote. Laws like these were passed to limit police presence at polling locations to ensure free, fair, and intimidation-free elections. Historically, law enforcement has been used to suppress voter turnout, particularly targeting certain communities. These laws exist to prevent harassment, coercion, and the perception of intimidation that could discourage voters from participating in elections. Police have been known to suppress voter turnout merely by their visible presence alone. Not to mention selective law enforcement, disinformation campaigns, and targeting specific groups. And this is prohibited in the 1965 Voter Rights Act.
Okay.
And lastly, he was running his vehicle unattended for an hour and 10 minutes. You know, and that's against the law. And there's no exemption for law enforcement in that statute. If you're familiar with you have to shut your engine off when your vehicle's unattended. Yeah. So, I mean, police do it all the time, but it's usually for like a reason, like a canine, or maybe if they're on a scene, but there was no blue lights flashing. He was actually not in a parking place either.
Okay.
So I'm requesting that the sergeant and lieutenant be reprimanded and retrained. They should reacquaint themselves with the 5 freedoms of the First Amendment, specifically freedom of the press. In this day and age, I don't think it's too much to ask that law enforcement officers have a fundamental understanding of press freedoms and to know why it's important to have in a free society. I would also recommend that they restudy the oath they took.
Absolutely. We will,
You want to make copies of this?
yeah, absolutely. I just need, on my copy, I'm just gonna need, how do you want the Internal Affairs to contact you?
Email.
Okay. I just need a name.
It's on here. So this is from Good Citizen at Live BD. And that's me and my news channel, if you want a copy of that.
So you're not willing to give
That's my email right now.
you put your name for the
Good
documentation?
Citizen. Yeah, I'd like to do it anonymous.
Okay. Those are yours, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you already got these.
Ms. V, I'm sorry, one more time, and I'll leave you alone. Yes, ma'am, please. Thank you.
So are you aware of the election laws in Title VII?
I'm familiar with them, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, then what was the purpose of him being there?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to get he was obviously called there.
Right.
From my best of my recollection, without getting back in, it's been a while, but if I remember correctly, he was actually summoned there by the polling manager, to the best of my recollection.
Well, according to him, it was a panic alarm.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get my internal affairs,
Yeah.
take a look at it, we'll figure it all out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it all out. Thank you, ma'am. And you got my pictures, correct? All right. You got my copies. These are his copies. Yep. Alrighty. Well, thank you for bringing that to our attention, and
Yeah.
they will be back in the office. Should be here tomorrow, so I'll get it to her. It'll take her.
It's unfortunate that it's a sergeant and a lieutenant.
Well, like I said, I appreciate you bringing it to our attention. We'll definitely take a look at it,
they
see if any
weren't
policies
rookies.
were violated or any of that.
Yeah. Well, there's some laws that were violated. The Constitution was
Be
violated.
glad to take a look at it. Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Also,
Yes, sir?
this is for Lieutenant Hazewinkel.
Okay,
I don't know how you say that.
that's great. That's like,
So he was on scene, but he never did come and give me the courtesy of introducing himself. So he was in the private areas behind the glass,
right.
playing on his phone for an hour and 10 minutes while he was running his vehicle as well.
Okay.
So, and the election people, the election workers were looking at him like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Okay.
And I don't know what he was telling them, but Sturgis was telling them we're working on it.
Okay. Yep, we'll definitely
So-
take a look at it and get you some answers.
You would think a lieutenant would know the Constitution and state law
I feel for sure he was back there working. I think he was trying to figure it out. They called us up there.
Yeah, but did it
so
take an
I
hour
think-
and 10 minutes to figure it out?
Sometimes it does take us a little while. I'm not sure
But
why.
I don't think it ever got figured out.
Okay, well that's what I'm taking a look at. I'm going to figure it out for you.
Because I actually did walk in after all the threats of arrest, and I went in and got my story, but it took
Good.
over an hour. You know, it should have been 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, I will take a look at it. And we'll figure it out, and we'll let you know.
Okay. Well, I would also like to find out who were they communicating with.
I couldn't tell you that, but we can figure.
Could I put a FOIA in for that, or the
You would have to
communications?
call the 911 center. Is who would tell you that. And we were dispatched
Well,
there.
I've already got that information.
Okay,
What
that's
I'm
where it would
talking
come
about
from.
is the text. So the lieutenant was texting somebody, you, the chief, the attorney.
Okay.
He was communicating with, or he might have been just checked out, just doing, I don't know. Like I say, he didn't show me any
Well, I can
courtesy.
promise you this: Hazewinkel is one of the top-notch law enforcement officers in this state.
Well,
and I don't
not that
think
day he
checked
wasn't.
out. Okay.
Not that
Well, I'll
day
tell you
he
what. We're going
wasn't.
to take this and take a look at it for you, and we'll let you know.
Okay. Well, I need to follow FOIA, Freedom of Information Act.
Yes, you can do it right there for you.
So how would I ask for those type of communications?
Just simply what you said. So he needs to call the town attorney for that. Okay.
So I go up there and put the FOIA in.
Who would you talk to get the copy of that? Okay.
Yeah, in fact, it's funny you should mention that. Yeah, this guy here,
Okay.
obviously was taking my picture.
Mhm.
And when I tried to FOIA his footage, your county attorney said it doesn't exist. So who are you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes? I mean, this guy followed me out. I was in here. In fact, she was here years ago. This guy followed me out and was recording me. So I'm like, that's fine. I mean, that's his right. But he's creating a public record. You know, he's in his official capacity.
Okay.
He's creating a public record that should be public. So why was I denied that?
You got that, attorney.
I did, and he said it doesn't exist, or it's not. There's nothing responsive to the request. So how would I ask for that public record?
You had for you.
I did.
We got to talk to him because I'm not
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. I didn't get anywhere with
I'm
him.
not illegal on that, so I apologize.
Yeah.
So I don't
Well,
know.
he's saying that y'all don't have it, which is, you know, completely an obvious lie. If you're trying to say he wasn't taking pictures.
All right, thank you for your time. We'll get it looked at. And we'll get you contacted.
How long is that gonna take?
Oh, it's the holidays. It could be weeks. It could be a couple weeks.
A couple weeks.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it might be a little longer than that.
All right.
Maybe
And
the
did I get your name?
Major Davis.
Major Davis.
Yes, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir, for listening to. All right. So you're saying I go to the attorney for the FOIA?
Yes, third floor. No, second floor.
What's the attorney's name?
Cliff Coon.
Cooley?
Coon.
Cool?
Cliff Coon.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll be able to do the FOIA with him, not here?
That's who you have to go see. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I gotta get this phone.
He's not gonna send me back down here?
I would hope not.
We'll see. All right, let's go see the attorney. Okay, 251. 251. All right, so I've turned in my complaint and I'm trying to submit a FOIA. So they sent me to the lawyer's office on the second floor, but he's in a private area that I can't access. Hey. I couldn't get to the attorney. He's in a private, he's in a point past a secured access.
Oh, so I'm not in his office.
Well, I don't know. I can't even get to his office.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can't do it for you here?
And something like that, I wouldn't be able to obtain. The only thing I could obtain are collision reports, incident reports.
What, can I submit it here?
You can submit it, I can give it to him if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Do you have a form?
Yeah. They're actually in the lobby too. See if I have one here. There you are.
All right, thank you. All right, I guess if you can just give this to the attorney. But text and all, that's communications. If it's, as long as it's not a personal, but if it was,
That's nothing to do with me though.
yeah, well, this is state law, the Freedom of Information Act. So it says, you know, communications, yeah. So hopefully this attorney can fulfill this one, because like I say, he didn't fulfill the last one, and I really didn't follow up on it.
Okay, all right.
But
I'll give it to him.
But you know the guy followed me out, filming me. You were here.
I was at my desk.
I know.
Yeah,
So, I mean, you saw the picture, right? That's the LT right there, taking a picture. So he's creating a public record.
yeah, well, I'll talk to our attorney.
Yeah, just tell him he didn't fulfill the last one, and I let him slide on it, but this time I'm gonna hold him to it, so.
All right, I'll let him know.
All right. Hopefully we can get these officers squared away.
Sorry?
I said hopefully we can get these officers squared away here. I mean, the First Amendment's to First Amendment, it's number one for a reason. I think officers should know that, and with a sergeant and a lieutenant not knowing, it makes me think it's a systemic problem here, so. These guys aren't rookies. They have years of experience, and there's really no excuse for that.
Somebody will definitely get up
Yeah.
with you and contact
Hopefully they
you
can
about that, okay?
get these officers squared away, or I don't have to come in here and do this again.
Okay, you have a great day.
All right, you too, hon. All right. All right, so I just filed my complaint on a sergeant and a lieutenant that's unaware of the First Amendment. Hopefully this will make them aware of it. Let them know that we're gonna hold their feet to the fire and make sure they respect and honor constitutional rights here in the town of Lexington.